Drive Radio fans. I'm your host, John Rush. Today, my son Richard Rush is behind the camera. This is the long review of the new 2015 Ram, and this is the Promaster City. So they make a Promaster van that is a much larger van. This is actually a Promaster City. This is basically a Fiat designed vehicle, the Fiat Doblo. I think I might be saying that correctly. If not, correct me. They've sold about 1.3 million of these vans worldwide, at least Fiat has. So let's take a walk around. Let me show you some things that the vehicle has. Very aerodynamic in the front. It is a front-wheel drive vehicle, 4-cylinder only. 178 horsepower is how much horsepower it makes. We've been averaging around 26 miles to the gallon, getting 1,883 pounds of payload, 131 cubic feet of cargo. It's 60 inches wide above the wheel wells, 87 inches long total, and it's wide enough in between the wheel wells to go ahead and put a 4-foot wide piece of plywood in it, and I'll talk about that as I get into the interior with the doors open. If you were to open these up and leave them, which we'll talk about that when I get to the interior portion, you could put a 4x8 sheet if you wanted to do such a thing. It'll also carry weight up on top. I believe, I have to look at the specs, but around 175 pounds you can put up on top on the cargo. But I tell you what, let's go take a drive. There's a few options on this one that makes it a little different. These do come in two different models. There's basically a cargo version and a wagon version. We're actually driving the wagon version. There's got a few features on the interior of it that we'll show you as we get into that portion. But I tell you what, let's take a drive real quick. I'll come back, we'll walk through the interior, then I'll give you my opinion of the 2015 Promaster City. All right, folks, we're going to take a drive now on the 2015 Ram Promaster City. And as you see here, we'll put it in reverse. It will have the backup camera. It does not turn, but it still gives you a nice field of view. And this is just their standard infotainment system, if you would. As I go to drive, and it actually has a sport shift mode, as you can just see as I move the lever over. You can actually shift the 9-speed transmission manually. Let me get going here a little bit and get the camera off. Okay, so let me stop here for just a second. And there is some neat features to this. It does have Bluetooth capability where you can actually sync up with your phone and talk through the speaker system in the car. It does come with nav on this particular vehicle. Again, for as a delivery driver, that would work out really well. And some of the things, and I'll talk about this in my opinion portion, but people that are using this for delivery purposes, especially if you want to make it a full cargo type of a van, flower shops, cake shops that need to deliver things, parts delivery. Just go down the list. Anybody where you'd need to go deliver, pick up items, things like that. Very, very versatile vehicle. This is actually, similarly priced to what a 2-wheel drive pickup would be, but you get the advantage of front-wheel drive, so it's good in the snow. You could put snow tires on it, really in our weather, get pretty much anywhere you want to go. And the ability to have everything enclosed. Where in a pickup truck, you've got to put some sort of a camper shell, something on it. It's harder to get things in and out of it, especially if items are in the very front of the bed. Here, you've got side doors that open. It makes it really easy to get in and out of, deliver, whatever you need to do, works out great, especially for the business purposes. So let's take a real quick drive. I've actually enjoyed driving this vehicle. It's kind of funny. People have made fun of me driving it because it's not something you normally see on a daily basis, but the car rides well, drives well, it's smooth, it's not super noisy inside, even being a cargo type of a van. Now this wagon model does have a little bit more sound deadening in it than what you're going to get out of a regular, the cargo series van itself. But this thing, this car actually works. I say car because it drives very much like a car. It doesn't drive like a minivan. It really does. It works well. Again, I've averaged in the mid-20s on fuel economy. Actually, I think you could push it up to 27, 28 miles to the gallon very easily. The 4-cylinder engine, while it winds up and kind of sounds like a high winding top, it works really well. It's got plenty of horsepower. And it's best in class, and there's so many best in class in this vehicle. I encourage you, go check all that out on the Ram website. But this thing just works fantastic. I didn't think I would enjoy driving a cargo van like this, but really, the vehicle has worked fantastic. I've enjoyed it. And if you're somebody in the market, you've got a small business or even big business, and you're looking for a vehicle that would fit the bill of pickups, deliveries, things like that, I would encourage you, go check this vehicle out at your local Ram dealer. All right, folks, hope you enjoyed the driving portion. Not a lot to show you. This is a delivery type cargo van, but there's some other uses for it that I'll get into when I go into my opinion portion of the review. Back doors open up really nice. It's kind of a 70-30 split on the doors, if you would. Really easy to open up. And you can see, now, again, this is the wagon version. I talked about that before we went for a drive. The wagon version has carpeted, some tie-downs, some interior pieces along the side to kind of give it a little bit more refinement. These seats, of course, fold down, which I'll show you here in just a minute, which gives you more room if you do have the seat. The cargo version of this, all of this would be open, no headliner. You could finish the interior off any way you want to, and of course the middle seat would not be there. It'd be a 2-passenger vehicle, all cargo, all opened up, and depending upon how you would want to outfit it, you know, that's why they make them in different configurations. One thing we wanted to show you is really easy to actually open the doors all the way. If you want, you just push the yellow deal in, and it opens the doors completely wide. If you've got something where you're trying to load where you need those open, and to close it, just pop it back in, shut that one, shut this one, and off you go. So let's take a look at the side. Sliding doors on the side, and they're not automatic. You do have to manually open them, not a big deal. And there's a fair amount of legroom. So again, as we always do, this seat is all the way back, and it's really back a long way. There's plenty of room in the front seat. So I'm going to climb in. You can see my knees are touching. But this could actually, I'm 5'10", this could actually go forward a good 5-6 inches easily and give me plenty of room in the back seat. In fact, you can see where the driver's seat is right here. If Richard can kind of get this shot. This driver's seat is for our height, and it is an easy 4 or 5 inches of a head. So if this vehicle, you know, if this seat was ahead 4 or 5 inches, I'd have plenty of room back here. Lots of headroom in these, of course, because it's a van and it's designed with a larger, you know, larger roof. So let me get back out, and I have not done the seats yet. So let me just see how this works. So you fold this down. Let me move the seat up just a little bit, so we can kind of show you how that works. So this would fold down. Now this, I believe, also does come up. So one more lever up, folds completely up, which gives the complete opening of the floor that way. If you have the second seat in it, which gives you 5 full adult passengers. Now, again, you can configure this van any way you want, depending upon what your needs are. That's totally up to you and how you're going to use it. So I'll tell you what. Let me shut this. I'll hop around to the other front seat, and we'll go through the rest of the interior. And as we go through some of the interior, and I showed you some of this as we were driving, but they've done a pretty nice job. I mean, it's actually for a van. You know, it's actually pretty nice as far as the fit and finish goes. And I don't know if I've said it yet in the review. This vehicle is around $28,000 as equipped. They start in the low 20s, depending upon how you want to outfit it. Will depend upon what your final price is. But a few things: storage here, glove box underneath. That does have nice deep storage pockets on the sides. Richard can kind of show you that. Of course, the speaker is up above there, and there's only 2 speakers in this vehicle. Actually, there's a couple on this particular model, the wagon. There is a couple of speakers in the rear. On a regular cargo, you would not get that. Seats are very comfortable. Nice overhead storage. One thing I like about this vehicle, again, if you're a delivery driver, something along those lines, a lot of room up here to put some things, and that's a good thing because there's not a lot of cargo storage or a lot of storage in between. You notice there's one center armrest, so both people would have to share this because it's pretty narrow in the front. There's no console, cup holder here, and that's all you end up with. There is 2 power ports, but that's about the extent of it as far as storage goes. That was the one complaint that I had, is in this area, not a lot of storage, so you're going to have to utilize the other bins that are here, in the doors, and up above to actually get things stored. Again, not a big deal because this is really designed to be more of a, you know, a utility van, a delivery, you know, vehicle, things along those lines. One other thing that again, I'm not knocking, I just want to point this out. Richard, if you show the mirror adjustment over here, it's a manual mirror adjustment. It's basically got a cable that runs out to the mirror. That is not an automatic electric mirror, so it's manual. Now, some people may like that, less to go wrong. There's no motors in the mirror. It actually makes the mirrors less expensive. If something were to happen to one of them and you need to replace it, that part of it does get easier. The rest of this we showed you during the driving portion, so I tell you what, why don't you let's step back for a second, and I'll give you my review of my opinion of the 2015 Ram Promaster City. All right, folks, give you my opinion. This is the opinion portion, my opinion of the 2015 Ram Promaster City. Pros: small, fairly compact, turning radius is great, front wheel drive, very utilitarian driven, and the styling of it isn't all that bad. Actually, the vehicle works really well, and the mileage for this particular vehicle I think is great. Mid-20s, and I think you could even get a little better than that if you didn't drive it so hard. Horsepower works fantastic as far as, you know, power band goes, and a 9-speed transmission really makes this a very effective vehicle. The other pros: you can outfit the interior, as I'm standing back here, any way you want. If you're a plumber, an electrician, you know, one of our parts delivery drivers, you know, Napa, some of the places that we get deliveries from on a regular basis, even some of the big companies where they don't have huge deliveries to make, this vehicle would really come in handy, and it's very nicely priced. Even for some families, if you're looking to haul some cargo in the back, we went over the weekend. I had to pick up a few things, a big barbecue grill for a gift that we gave somebody. That all slid right in the back, fit in here just perfect. You've still got the ability to put 5 passengers in it. That part of it's really great. You know, what are some of the cons on the vehicle? There's not a lot of creature comforts in this vehicle. So if you're buying, you know, this particular van for a lot of creature comforts, you better go look at a different type of a minivan, because you're not going to get this. This is a utility-driven vehicle. That, in my opinion, is not a con, but some people may think it is. Visibility is great. You can order it with the type of windows that you want. Again, very, very versatile van. So again, if you're looking to use this vehicle for what it was designed for, I don't really have any cons for it. It actually works very well. And I think it's a better looking van than what the Transits are that are out there that Ford sells. So if you ask me, I think this is a better looking vehicle. And I've not driven a Transit van, so I'm not going to knock it, but this vehicle worked extremely well. So, you know what? Go check one out at your local Ram dealer. Tell them John and Richard Rush from Drive Radio sent you. All right, folks, hope you enjoyed this last review that we've just done. And as always, we say this, but we really do mean it. Get out, drive the car, put yourself, your family, your pet, whatever you're going to do with the vehicle, please get out, get in it, drive it. Make sure when you go and do that, you tell them John and Richard Rush from Drive Radio sent you. For all of our other reviews, content, things that we have, you can check that out at our website, drive-radio.com. Please go and like us on Facebook, facebook.com/driveradio. And of course, you found this on YouTube, because that's where we put all these videos up. Our channel, Drive Radio, all one word. Go check out all the rest of our reviews. Like it, comment, do whatever you need to. We want to be here to help you pick out the right vehicle for you, because as we always say, there's really not too many bad vehicles made today. There's just bad vehicle choices. So with that, I hope you have a great evening, great day, whatever it is. Just enjoy. And again, thanks so much for watching.